Hello, all our lovelies and fellows down there in the chatter box. How is everybody doing tonight? We just want to take a moment and welcome you and let you know that here you are going to find 3 women diving into discussion, debate, and we will explore a variety of topics with no limitations. We're glad that you're with us in the chatter box, and we want you to feel free to exercise and express yourself with us. So we want to hear from you. We want you to chatter with us. And tonight's topic is about jobs. I'm Theresa with Be RVing. And next to
I'm Nette. I'm Nette with MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless.
Beyond Beauty, BB3 with Beyond Beauty 3.
Yep.
Can I say it one more time? No, I'm just kidding.
One more time. And over here is the chatter box.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay.
Who all we got over there?
We have K&R. Looks like Uncle Lisa Productions is here.
Awesome. I'd like to say first in the chat room was Gina, Van Life with Gina Payne.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Awesome. Winter Storm Adventures. Awesome. Glad you guys were here. Thank you, hon. Little bit crazy. Oh, hey, MelNette.
Yep, I made it too.
Hey. Hannah Hines, how are you? Welcome. Does that name look familiar now?
Yes, ma'am. She's actually my replacement. Yay, Hannah. I want to retire soon, Hannah.
Lucy, whoa, Nelly RV Adventures. So happy to have you here tonight. Our Epic RV Adventures. Thanks for coming. K&R Destinations. Awesome. And thanks for that shout out today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Daydream about nice things. I've heard he had a shower today.
We've seen he had a shower today.
Yeah.
There's Uncle Lisa all the way from Finland. Glad you made it. Vanderella, hey girl. Over the Hill RV. Saying hello to everyone. So glad you came tonight. Good to see you. Happy Place Camping. That's my sister with another mother. Thanks for coming.
Did I get them already?
Yes, you did. Yep.
All right. Oh, we got Tommy Travels.
Oh, Tommy Travels. Awesome.
I see Tommy Travels. Linda Barker has come in too. So welcome, Linda Barker. Glad to have you. And all right. So how's everybody doing? I think I've seen a little bit of chat in there about some jobs as well. Somebody said on their first job they made a lot of money and it was legal.
I know, right? Oh, I also see Rhonda D. She's in the chat as well.
All right, Rhonda, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy Wheeler, did we say hi to Cindy Wheeler? Awesome.
I missed you. Sorry about that.
Hey, Rhonda, how are you? All right, good. And I think that about covers it. What you think for those in the room?
I think so.
All right. Well, you're not in the chatter box for anything, so we want to hear chatter. We want to know what your questions are. We want to hear about jobs you had, and we'll probably talk a little bit. We'll start off with some of the jobs we had. Good stuff, bad stuff, you know.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, you never know.
Crazy stuff. Let's do it.
Well, my first job was actually at a donut shop. And they don't train you really how to stuff donuts. So there was quite a few exploding donuts.
Exploding donuts?
Yeah. You don't know how much filling to stick in those suckers. And tell you what, I had a lot of donuts that I took home with me. So it was a blast.
Justin and Christina, RV Van Life, welcome. Lucky Dog Productions moderator, thanks for being here. Good to see you. And tonight's subject is jobs. So if y'all have something you want to say about jobs, we'd like to hear from you.
Also, Justin, if you would like to mod for another channel, you just let us know. No pressure. But if you would be interested, the job's all yours.
Just give us a thumbs up.
That thumbs up, and it's an open. It's open.
Open invitation.
Good. All right.
So you got to do donuts. Now, did you eat a lot of donuts?
It's hard not to. Yeah. Especially when they're hot donuts. We got a thumbs up from Justin. Yay.
I see that.
But yes, it was a really good job. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. You had to be there, early in the morning, of course, because they were baking them. And then getting them out in time for the 6 a.m. crew. Well, really like 5-ish. But it was a lot of fun. But I did have a lot of exploding donuts.
Lots of exploding donuts.
Did you get to eat them when they exploded? Did you?
Yeah, I was able to take them home. Yes.
That's a good job.
That's a good job, especially when you're like 16. That was a good job.
You could win friends over that way. Like, give them your exploded donuts and be like, here.
Yeah. Right.
Now, Happy Place is saying that their first job was at Hardee's restaurant in high school and made a minimum wage, whooping $3.50 an hour. So, Nette, how much did you make an hour, and how old were you for that first job?
I want to say I was 16, and I think it was like $5.25 an hour. It was in the 5s. Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I was young, and that was good money. I enjoyed it. Plus, I got a lot of free donuts that came home with me. So I really had a good time.
Didn't have rent, right? No utility.
Right.
That's
no utility. Yeah.
That's awesome. Blue says, Happy Place Camping. My first job at minimum wage was $2.30.
Oh, wow.
Gina Payne had an interesting job here.
My first job was milking cows. Not much you can mess up on that one. Sure.
Tommy Travels, my first job was shingling roofs during the summer in St. Louis. Just thinking about it gives me a heat stroke.
I imagine. I bet that was rough on the roof.
I could just imagine that.
My first job, Justin, I'm guessing, was a paper boy. I was 12 at the time. Oh, now that's cute.
Yeah, that's cool. My brothers did that.
Did you ride a bicycle like you'd see in the shows and ring the bell and throw the paper out?
You ask for your $2. I want my $2.
Oh, this is interesting.
Look at Linda Barker.
Was commercial fishing for shrimp. He made a lot of money each summer. So is that the one you were talking about? First job, made a lot of money, and it was legal. That must be the job right there.
That must be it.
That would be fun, I think. And Daydream. My first public job was washing dishes at Western Sizzler for $3.25. Did you get to eat the food?
Well, he's welcome to wash my dishes anytime.
Oh, yeah. Here, too.
Yeah.
Uncle Lisa. My first job was electronic store selling anything from TVs to washing machines. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that is pretty neat. Everybody had some pretty awesome jobs. And my first one, I actually worked at a restaurant too. I was going to school and had the job there on the side, waitressing, just making most of what I made was mostly from tips because back then we didn't make, I think, but $2.25 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then your tips.
I don't think it really changed too much on the waitressing jobs. You know, they're still pretty low.
Yeah.
Oh, Hannah Hines.
Gas station as a cashier, cook and pick up trash. Justin said, no, I used to bring the newspaper in my mom's foldable shopping cart. Aw.
Yeah, Tommy Travels caught when I said $2 from that movie, Better Off Dead.
Oh,
It's a funny movie.
Okay, stop moving, Chet.
I know it's really moving pretty quick. But good. That's what it's supposed to do. That chatterbox is supposed to get that chatter going.
Yeah.
All right. Back over here.
Oh.
Okay. So my first job, I have not seen anybody say anything close to what my first job was. My first or my second job. They were both very interesting.
They are. Tell us about it, BB. What was your
looks like Artists on the Road came in. Hello, Artists on the Road.
Glad to have you.
So my parents knew the people that owned the funeral home down the road from us. And so when I was...
I don't know where this is going.
When I was 4... No, happy place, no. That is not what I did. Cover your ears. Beyond Beauty is fixing to tell us her first job. I can't laugh. My throat hurts. No, I was 14 and I wanted to make money. I needed a job. So my parents got me a job at the funeral home that their friends owned. And I was supposed to tell cars where to park. And I was like, I can do that. I can point cars where to park. The problem was where we had to change clothes and put our jackets on was downstairs next to the embalming room.
Oh.
And I remember I walked downstairs and there was a fake arm hanging out of the door and I thought it was a real one.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I cried, screamed, and ran up them stairs so fast. I was 14. I was scared out of my mind. I quit my job shortly after, started working my next job, and my next job was at a haunted house.
Oh, wow. So you saw more arms hanging around.
At least I knew they were fake.
Yeah.
So you went from dead people, fake dead people, people pretending to be dead people. Okay, I got it.
I did not have a normal childhood by any means.
Y'all. Oh, no.
The haunted house was actually a lot of fun. My friend's dad owned it, so we got to travel and go to all the different haunted houses in the area. So that was a lot of fun. I mean, nothing can really scare you after working at an actual funeral home.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, at a young age too, you know, it'd be different if you was older, but can you imagine being old? I mean, young and working there? Well, you know, you was there, you did it.
Yeah.
Well, nobody told me that's what that room was for. Nobody told me the room right next to our dressing room was that room until that door happened to be cracked and there's this arm. And I was like, oh.
Oh my goodness, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have peed myself, to be honest.
I ran up the stairs fast.
And you have, how about you, Theresa?
Well, I've actually had 4 jobs, actually pretty much my lifetime other than babysitting. So, you know, as a young kid, I always started off babysitting, mostly friends of the parents, you know, when they would go places, because I was usually typically the oldest. in their crowd. And like I said, my first one was waitressing at a steak place in Victorville, California. And then after that, here in South Carolina, while I was going to college, I worked at a taco place, fast food tacos. So that was just like Taco Uno and Taco Sid and places like that. And those were really fun. Those back then they had a little barn like over the top. So they'd sell tacos down here and you could go upstairs and they had beer upstairs.
Oh, wow. That's always nice.
So it was a family restaurant down here and the party upstairs. That was fun.
So that's why you still do the late, late show.
We'll do the late, late show.
No, it makes sense. No, I'm kidding.
But I pretty much got paid to have fun. And
yeah, exactly.
And from there, I got hired while still in college, worked under the criminal justice system. So I did that for 27 years, retired, and learned a lot.
That's
there.
Awesome.
And that's pretty cool. I actually have a kind of inspirational story to tell about a young boy, and I think this can apply to anybody and your attitude towards jobs when you get them. This boy was a high school student. He was a junior in high school, and he had applied for our county for the summer program. And the kids in these programs got jobs from IT jobs to work in the treasurer's office, maybe filing. They could work for attorney's office, the jail, sheriff's department. This young man got a job as a janitor. He was a janitor to work in a community center with 3 very elderly ladies. And for the first few weeks of summer, he was really embarrassed to tell his friends actually what his was, because everybody was bragging about these awesome jobs and what they were learning, how it was going to apply to them in the future. And I actually met him when we were having a little awards party. And this was pretty much his story that he told. And basically what he said he took from that, because every day he went to work, he was kind of down on himself because he was just a janitor. But these elderly women asked him every day and thanked him every day for taking out the trash and cleaning up, because their health, they really weren't able to do it in that area. Mm-hmm. And he said about a month and a half into it, he finally realized what an important job he had. And he got picked on a little bit about by some of his other kids. Oh, you're just a janitor, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But what he brought to the table that night and his story and what he told the rest of them is something to go back. Because what he let them know, that even though they had all these other jobs, he took back ages of experience from them women. Those women were very thankful and appreciated. He learned so much just from their kindness, their caring, and it also taught him no matter what you are in life, be the best at it. Whether you're a janitor, you're a salesman, you're an IT person, you're a president, just do the best that you can do, and you will be rewarded greatly in the end. And to me, that is just, if there's anything in jobs that you can take back, that's just it, So that's my story.
That's a good story. Thank you for telling it. That's very inspirational.
Thank you for sharing that. Well, Nellie, we will have other people that come up on panel. We're going to have different topics and things that we discuss each week. And if anyone has a topic they want us to discuss, we'd love to have them come up on panel and discuss it too. This is the first night of the show. This is the first time we're launching it. So it's just us 3 tonight. But we'd love to have anybody that wants to come up and talk about stuff, come up and talk about it with us. So that's kind of the goal of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Bob's Adventure. I love saying that.
I know. It's a cool name.
I know. I like it. It definitely fits him. Sure.
Our epic RV adventure had something pretty cool they were saying. they said, I got a couple things. Michael's cousin was a funeral director.
Okay.
And they said,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, I got to get to it. They said, oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. Hold on. They said it was a tough job. She did hair and makeup at first when she was a teen. That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
now Nettie, while she's looking for that,
Mm-hmm.
let's see your nails.
Oh,
So tell
Can you
us
see
about that job.
my nails. Now
Yeah.
this is a very rewarding job because I love it, and it's my passion. But it's a funny story how I started doing nails. I actually used to go to the salon like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But, after a while, you start getting injured and realizing it's probably not the best place to go. And I got really injured where they filed with the electric file through my thumbnail. And that's when I realized I probably need to research on how to do my own nails. And I started doing them ever since. And it's probably been, gosh, I don't know if it's been about 8 or 9 years, maybe longer.
Okay.
And now I learned how to do them. I researched the heck out of it. And they're gel nails is what I do. And then I started doing the poly gel. There's so many different versions. And my nails are so healthy now. And I love it. I have now started doing custom press-on nails. That's a pretty big thing right now where you can, instead of buying them at the department stores like any Walmart or CVS, when you do custom press-on nails, they're actually made with gel and acrylic is what you put on the nail. So they're just like having your nails done at the salon, and they're removable. You can put them on with glue or you can put them on with the press-ons, however you want, as far as how long you want them to last. And they're so much cheaper than going to the salon, and you don't have to throw them away. You can reuse them, like I was saying, and they're like, the salons are about like $45 to $60 is what they're charging now for a set. And I'm doing mine. Mine are so reasonable. I really haven't done. I've been selling a heck out of them at work. Like the girls at work love them. And Hannah, I don't know if she's chatting, but I do her nails too. Yeah. And I charge about 20 to 30 depending on if they want crystals and so forth. But right now they're on the wheel at Daydream about nice things. He has 4 sets on the wheels that I'm giving away to whoever can win it on his show. But I absolutely love them. And we have a date, Theresa, for me to do your nails.
We do. And on the road date.
On the road date.
That's right. It's going to be so much fun.
I'll be doing yours.
Baby, any more stories?
Oh,
to ask. Creepier.
From me? I had a lot of jobs, not because I didn't like jobs, but I was trying to find like the right fit for me. I found a really cool job, and this one's like kind of unbelievable that I got to work there. But we have these like mansions in downtown, near downtown. It's in this area called Ladue. And when I say mansions, I mean these people that I was a maid, one of 5 maids, and they had a butler, and they had people like Barbara Streisand that stayed and signed their guest book.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
President Bush, he wasn't president. He was retired when he came and stayed at their house. But they had a vineyard over in California with the same size house that they owned also. But this will tell you how redneck I am. But they asked me if I would serve at one of their parties. And I was like, I don't think you want me talking to your kind of people, but okay. You usually have me in the like laundry room ironing your underwear and socks. Like they had you iron their underwear and socks and clean their
Oh,
clothes
man.
7 times a day. I didn't want to be seen by people. Okay, you want me to serve food to your friends? I'll try it. Well, one of their friends asked me what kind of cheese was on the cracker, and I was like, cream cheese? And they were like, ew, no. So I went to the kitchen and I was like, what kind of cheese is this? And the cook was like, goat cheese. Whoops. Who would have thought it was goat cheese? Oh, that's right, rich people. But we got a $500 bonus that night. A $500 bonus just for waitressing that party.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. And their throwaway stuff was like Bose radios. They had like under their stairs, they would get rid of and donate things, and they would take it just to throw it away. And anything we wanted, we could take out of their donate stuff. And I was like, I'll take a Bose stereo. No need for that to go to the Salvation Army. You can go home with me. Great job. But you couldn't look the man of the house in the eye. You couldn't talk to him. You know, like after a while, you started to feel very like not like a person, you know, not very good about yourself. So I started my own cleaning business after that, but it was a really cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of quality of life, like the way that they lived, was pretty amazing.
Was it a cleaner experience?
Was it a what?
A cleaner experience.
A cleaner experience.
That house was clean, let me tell you. You went to the bathroom, you had to be right in there cleaning their toilet.
I think somebody may be traumatized about some coffee in the chat.
Oh,
they're talking about some crazy coffee in the chat.
High quality coffee, Gary. Oh my goodness. And I think I've seen a couple of comments too. Hard to keep up with them.
And you know how Gary is about his coffee.
Oh, yeah. All night long.
He's fixing to throw Uncle Lisa out.
No violence. No violence.
Daydream about nice things. What was your What was Daydream About Nice Things first job? Or Artist on the Road, what was your first job? I don't remember seeing theirs. Just might be my bad memory, but
he was washing dishes.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-huh. He's gonna come and wash my dishes.
Artist on the Road, did we hear her first job?
No, I didn't see that.
So.
Or Thrifty Angela?
I am.
See.
Did you find it?
There's a lot of coffee talk I got to go through.
Nellie said that I must have been in the wrong live. No one came up. Lots of chatting going on. I went out, went to the homepage again, and clicked on a different icon. Voila! Here you are.
Yeah.
Oh, chat going on the chatterbox. Got it. At 13, it was a cheaper maid. Oh, tell us more.
And Happy Place Camping has in there, I guess relating to one of the earlier conversations, I can only imagine when I worked as a manager at a convenience store, I got attached to many older customers, some passed, and it was heartbreaking. Yeah, yeah. And I can imagine that a lot of people who work in the healthcare system probably have that, or, you know, home health and something like that. So
yeah, that's got to be a hard job. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Winter.
And Thrifty Angela said, my first job was a receptionist at an insurance company.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I feel like we need a mod just to watch Daydream About Nice Things and Uncle Lisa. It's too funny.
Do you see
Well,
what Hannah says?
Telephone.
I can tell you girls that it's really hard working at a pet store. I work at a pet store also, and I love animals. So I almost had every pet in that pet store. I had everything. I had fish. I had cats. I had dogs. And this is all at one time, mind you. I had a baby alligator named Wally that I had for a little bit. I had tarantulas, birds.
Girl, you're crazy having tarantulas. Woo!
And I didn't get mine at the pet store. I just brought them home. I seen them on the road.
Did you?
Home. Yep.
And we actually, when I worked there, I went to go pick up lunch at Taco Bell because we were like in a little shopping plaza.
Yeah.
And I grabbed my lunch, went back, and I started eating it, and I felt something in my burrito. So I looked, and it looked like it was a little piece of tile. It was really hard.
Uh-oh.
So I went back over there and showed them what was in my burrito. And they told me that they were sorry and if I can get anything that I wanted off the menu. So I ordered everything off the menu. One item of everything, and took it back to work, and we had lunch that day.
So they actually gave you everything off the menu.
Yes, they did.
Awesome. Well, you ripped them off.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
Oh, I have to send a link. Someone, they're having a hard time finding us.
Oh.
Our RV adventure. My mom was a deaf relay telephone operator. Now that was an interesting job. You had to say things exactly as they were typed. Bad words, yelling, etc. I bet that was interesting.
And I actually have 2 deaf brothers. I have one that was born deaf, and I have one that lost his hearing when he was 2 or 5. I can't remember. So I understand, especially if they're completely deaf and the words that come out of their signing, it is hard to keep up with them. I had to learn sign language when I was 2 years old because my brother was born deaf, and they start school at 2. Basically, when they start communicating, you have to teach them how to sign. So he was 2, and I think I was 4. Yeah. So I understand what they're saying as far as, having to do all that typing in on that conversation.
Oh, cool. Would be nearly deaf with modern technology. I read lips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guys, I think Gary does wear a hearing aid, don't he?
He does. And whenever my brother gets really mad, or when he was younger at my mom, all he did was close his eyes. And then my mom couldn't communicate with them. If he did something, he would just close his eyes, and we're like, okay.
See if they're still here before they leave and let them know what next week topic's going to be. Since they're saying they won't be here, they got to call it a night.
Oh, okay.
What'd we call?
Y'all ready for Get Girls? Oh, girls.
Free.
All right. How do you pronounce that? I'm really bad with words, remember? How do you say their name? Raleigh.
Oh, the Raleigh. Yeah, Raleigh Creative Travel.
Wow. Raleigh Creative Traveler. Are you still in the house? Or did you leave already? You still here?
Okay.
I caught that you were leaving, and I don't want you to leave just yet.
Oh, I can send it to them. We will see them in chat.
Yeah.
His name is Blaine. Oh, that's much easier for me to say. Blaine, are you still here? Sometimes my brain just doesn't like certain words. Full of air up there sometimes. Y'all know that by now.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, I guess they left already.
Yeah, I don't see them.
Okay. We'll catch up with them. I think that won't be
I see them. I see them around in the morning chats as well.
Oh, yeah, they are in lots of the chats. So that is pretty cool. We'll do that. I wonder if one of the links was bad. I had a thing that we might have had 2 chats open or something, but I don't think so. So did we send somebody astray?
I was just going to say our epic RV adventure. I had a friend a roommate who was dating a guy who had to have a relay telephone operator do the correspondence between her and him. And I felt uncomfortable. And I could hear all what was going on. And it was not a comfortable thing. I couldn't imagine the person that was having to relay the conversation. I was like, oh no. Stop talking like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, Roy and Becky, they got the link. Awesome.
Yay. Hi, Roy and Becky Travels.
Yeah. All right. Well, in the chat, what are some of the, and we can talk about them up here too, but what are some of the things we might have learned from our jobs, or are there jobs we wouldn't take again? And in the chat, same with you. Are there jobs that you've had that you would never do again, and why?
Well, for me.
Uh-oh. Donuts?
No, I love that job. I was able to eat. That was a good job. Mine would be when I worked at the library. There's some crazy stuff there. You don't realize that they actually have magazines that they let go out for people to see, which are Penthouse, Playboy, Playgirl. And then they expect you to file those documents back, or I should say the magazine back after they're done. And the pages were like not very, you don't want to touch that stuff. It's like, are you for real? How can they even check it out and then return it?
How can they bring that back to me like that?
And then I know, where's a hand sanitizer? I don't want to touch this. So yeah, that was one job that I don't want to do anymore.
Look at Winter Storm has one. I think Griswold Family Vacay has a comment to that. Working as a nurse was a major eye-opener. Okay, to malpractice happening all the time.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. And same with where I work. You really had to be careful with what you did, what you said. You get lawsuits really easy.
Yeah.
And I seen one.
Griswold said, I'm a teacher. Every day is an adventure. I have to adjust each day to each student, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Awesome. Yeah. It takes a really special person, I think, to be a teacher. It really does. And they don't get recognized, I don't think, enough for the job that they do. So we appreciate you teachers out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Happy Place. Way too many years of retail. Customers are actually rarely right.
Yeah.
But they want to be right.
Yeah. They think they're right. Yeah.
Let's see what we got going on. What's in the chatter box? Winter Storm says teachers should get paid more than anyone else. They are that important and valuable. Yeah, they're teaching our future. Definitely are teaching our future.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. My son wanted to be homeschooled until this pandemic happened. And then he was like, no, I want to go back to school. Forget this. This is be back in school with my teachers, Mom. Like, I can't.
Mom, teacher, principal.
Yeah.
I was in charge of audio/video. Was always funny when a customer would complain about a clerk. As soon as I would say I'd listen to a video audio, their story would change.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Love technology for that reason. You're surprised what you learn from technology, especially in that field. That's always a good one. All right, what else we have down there, guys? Well, we have about 20 minutes till.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I had
I forgot to tell y'all another story.
Okay, go on.
Who's first?
Ready?
Go.
Did you guys know that I used to drive a big truck, a semi?
You did. No. Awesome. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, Mel first, he told me he never thought he would ever marry a truck driver, and he did. I was on the road for almost 3 years, cross country. Been into Canada, I want to say 3 times, and it was over the road, and it was a team, which was me and at that time my ex, and we were on the road for 6 weeks, and we were home for 6 days. You get 1 day a week. You know, you work a week, you get a day. So, and we did that for about 3 years. And what's so funny is it's hard to lose the trucker language because I still have it. And like whenever there's a blowout on the road and you see the tire, well, truckers call it a gator. And I'm like, watch out for that gator because it's on the road. And then when Mel was trying to park, you know, when we were parking the fifth wheel at the time, I would tell him to get under it. So when he was backing up, and get under it means you're actually getting under it. He's like, get under what? I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, I used to drive a semi. Yeah.
So did you have problems with lot lizards?
Yes, we did. We actually had someone knock on the window, and I was getting ready for bed, and he was up front, so they didn't know I was in the back. And then when I popped my head out, she went to the next truck and took care of whatever she had to take care of. So yeah, she just went to the next person. Yeah.
No signs.
Yeah, the little X. Yes. Yeah.
You see what artists
they don't realize I used to drive a big truck.
Did you see what artist on the road put up? I worked retail in my teens at a candy store. I set up the gummy bears in suggestive positions near the register to see who would notice.
For some reason, that makes me think of a horse video. I don't know why. Oh, that's funny.
You can find humor, old jobs, and
he's like, no.
So Nette was a truck driver. She squirted stuff out of donuts all over the place. Donut explosions all over. She does gorgeous nails.
That came out very wrong, Theresa.
You've had quite a life there, Nette.
Yeah.
This show just went rated R.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is so sweet.
Well, Nellie said,
where'd it go? Oh, it scrolled up too fast. Somebody said you look like a mermaid.
Here it is. Lucy said I look like a mermaid.
Yeah.
I never did that job. But it might be an interesting job. And you know, at the beach, you see jobs of girls being mermaids at seafood restaurants.
There's people that actually teach people to swim like mermaids now.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that can be my retirement job. No, that's too stationary. I'd have to travel.
Hannah said her favorite job was working at a dance hall.
Who is that?
Hannah.
Oh, Hannah Hines.
Do tell.
What did you do at the dance hall? Were you bartending? Dancing?
Pickle Park
Yeah.
is a rest area where sometimes there are lot lizards. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Ah, got it. Pickle Park. Learning something new. Okay.
Oh, here's what happened with gummy bears. Young people would notice and laugh. Old people would pretend they didn't see it or look completely horrified. And soccer moms never noticed.
Yeah. That was cute. Oh my goodness.
So I had a job that I quit within, I think it was 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I walked out within 3 hours of trying it. Might have even been 2 hours. It gets hot here. It gets really hot and really humid. And I needed a job, and I thought that I could maybe work at a factory, like a factory job, you know? And so I thought I'd give it a try. Well, the factory job was taking hot plastic pieces that came out of a hot machine and breaking those hot plastic pieces and putting them in a box. And the hot plastic would burn through the gloves while you were trying to break it, and the heat from the machine was coming through on my body.
Oh, man.
I felt like I was going to pass out and die. I said, I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. I went outside, went to smoke my cigarette, got in my car, and left. Never went back.
All they saw were smoke trails right to your car.
I'm too much of a princess for this job. Gotta go.
That's funny.
Nina says that she was a cashier or a door girl, but it sucked because I wanted to do bartending, but wasn't allowed to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I admire people that can do those hard jobs like that, because those jobs provide like bottles we use for everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We use bottles of shampoo. In order to fill those bottles, there's people that are breaking those bottles by hand apart and stuff. I can't imagine.
So everybody put in the chat what your last job is or your current job. Be interested to know the variety of things that people do, and just that interest. They make soap bottles. And Gina Payne said that she drove a truck also for 6 years.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Her daughter did it for a while. It was one of her first, she was a long-distance truck driver. She had one of those Volvo great big trucks. While they're putting those jobs in there, I'll tell you a funny story about it. And she's this really tiny, real skinny, real long blonde hair. So I just imagine her getting in a truck. She was maybe 25 years old when she first went truck driving. Mm-hmm. And I can remember her calling me from the road because they give you, I guess, what would you call it? Like best possible route or something like that. Not the actual route, but best possible route they would give her. So she would either have to use her GPS that didn't always get her to the right location. And so I could remember whom she'd call me on the phone. I'd get on Google. I'd say, tell me what street you're passing right now. And she'd be like, I'm going too fast. I can't read. I'm like, well, slow down and tell me the sign. It's too dark. I can't read the sign. And I'm like, well, slow down. And she's like, no, there's cars behind me. I don't want to hold up traffic. I said, well, do you want to be lost? I can't Google for her to figure out where she is, look at the map to find the best location for her to probably turn around. That's when she got off her course into an area she probably shouldn't be in with a big rig. Needless to say, she didn't keep that job that long. She wanted to give it up on the side of the road. And we kind of talked her into it and said, nope, you took the job. You need to carry it out. You need to follow it through to its final destination and then make a decision. And she went on to do it for a little while longer. But it was just getting through that really tough time. Because, sometimes in jobs, we hit really tough hurdles and we want to give up.
Oh, yeah.
And you just have to cross that hurdle. And then you realize that hurdle really wasn't so bad. And then you learn a lot and make you stronger and all too. So let's see what jobs these guys got down there.
Okay, so I was clicking through the jobs, and I had to stop here at Happy Place Camping because her last job was a convenience store manager. She did that for many years. She quit 4 years ago. Her job now is playing trivia on live streams and watching YouTube videos.
Hey.
And winning all the trivia. All right.
Yeah.
So this one's train police dogs over the hill, RV.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's go back up here. Hold on.
And then Hannah should be putting in there. She's got a new job real soon because I'm giving it to her.
Griswold Family Vacay. I've been teaching for the past 15 years. I have taught anywhere from 2nd to 8th grade. I currently teach 6th grade geography. Will start my first year at the new school. And winter storms. Actually, my last job was a lab as a problem solver 10 years ago. See if I need to go back up. I need to go back up. Finance manager was artist on the road. Truck driver was Bob's Adventure. Uncle Lisa grows tomatoes. Thrifty Angela, photographer. Van life with Gina Payne, caregiver. Winter storms. Last job was a pretend lawyer. Lucky dog. Retired for 8 years and loving it.
Oh, congratulations.
Cool.
Someone else read that one, please. My words cannot find me right now.
I work for the Citadel.
There we go.
And is that Shelley worked for Citadel, I want to think?
I believe so.
Yep. And that's actually a military college.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what is that? I have no idea.
I know there's a Citadel down in Charleston, South Carolina. I've been down there many times to that place.
Yeah, training police dogs is really awesome. That's a really, really cool.
Yes. Okay, never mind. I got it.
What do you need? Oh, you found it?
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Lucky Dog, for being here. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Oh.
And,
I seen the picture of your doggies on Instagram today, and they're sitting next to each other on the couch. They look so cute.
you can tell
So
that's a happy bunch right now. God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those two dogs are amazing.
Uncle Lisa.
Well, Family Vacay says I have been teaching one already. I have a.
He's cracking BB up.
I have been teaching for 15 years. I have taught anywhere from 2nd to 8th grade. I currently teach 6th grade geography and will start my first year at a new school. Oh wow.
Yes, I train them to do those type of things. It's a talent.
Yes.
You train them really well, BB.
Yes.
Next up, camels.
Military. Charleston. It is a state-run school. All instructors are part of the South Carolina military. Oh, and then trivia for Happy Place Camping. Yes, that would be a good trivia one. But now we all know the answer.
Winter Storms has had a lot of jobs.
Oh, wow.
Wow, a lot of ex-female truck drivers. Is that not? That's pretty amazing. That is definitely.
So do we want to talk about what next week's going to be before we close out?
I forgot what we called it. Uncle Lisa grows tomatoes. Thrifty Angela's, what do we call, what the title again?
Okay, so next week we got the idea, well, the suggestion from, okay, somebody help me with the name again. Rally?
Oh, Rally Creative Travel.
Rally Creative Travel suggested that we do what it's like for women to be full-time RVers. So with that being said, it'd be really cool to bring up women who do full-time RVing. We know that there's several in the community that are full-time, and we'd love to talk to you, find out what it's like. It may even turn into a series, we thought, that we do maybe once a month, bring up a different woman who can tell us what their experience has been like, how they enjoy it, what are some good points, what are some bad points, and kind of just interview and talk about it. I know Nette's full-time, so we can talk to her next week and start with her and then move from there and maybe have somebody else come up too. So that's going to be next week. And right now, if you can, or if you can't think of anything right now and you want to email us, can one of you type our email? Or
yes. And our email is our channel name with the 5 at the end. I'm going to still type it in. What, at gmail.com?
At gmail.com.
Let me grab that and I'll put it in.
Yep. And it is in our bio as well.
Yeah. And our go ahead.
We want ideas for streams. We want to know what you guys want to talk about. It can be any topic. I mean, like I said in streams when we were talking about doing this, we thought about doing, should women grow their underarm hair out? Like, we don't talk about anything. So give us any ideas. If you have some right now, type them in the chat. If you want to email us about those topics, email us about those topics. We want to hear from all of you. So
yeah, and this is a chatterbox, so we definitely want to make it about the community and people bringing ideas and getting different takes on everything.
And do we have a channel I think that we wanted to raid tonight?
Yeah, and we do want to raid the Griswold Family Vacay channel because we hear that they have some trivia going on tonight.
That would be so much fun. And we have some awesome trivia players out there.
Some good players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, we thank you guys for really being here and coming here for our first night. I mean, you just don't know how much it means to us. And that y'all want to participate in this with us. So send us that email. Any female that if you all want to participate in these chats over the coming weeks as your experiences with RVing, please get in touch with us and let us know and we'll bring you up.
Oh, they don't go live for another hour.
Oh, they got another hour. Okay. Yeah. Well, is anybody else going live after us?
No, I'm laughing at Tina Payne.
Well,
let me see if anybody's going.
Well, their channel's there, and hopefully you all will check them out. They're new, and they're going to have a fun trivia tonight. We all know how Happy Place Camping loves her trivia, so watch out if she's over there. That's all I can tell you. But thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Good night.
Wishing y'all much kindness. See you next week for a new topic.
Bye.
Bye, guys.